go ahead and share this because it's that important. Okay. One of the biggest scams that has happened with us, the scam that is so normalized right now, which we don't believe that it's a scam, is the stories that we tell ourselves. Why we are, where does all of our behavior, whether it's serving our own self, whether it's serving our own life, comes from. All of these stories that we tell ourselves, the excuses that we tell ourselves for doing or not doing what we want to do, despite having a desire and still not going ahead and working on it, the stories that you tell yourself that is justified, there is a scientific reason behind it, and it's not normal, and I'll tell you how. Okay, we're talking about why do we tell those stories to ourselves, or if we have these behaviors which are not serving us, why do we still continue with those? I've already done a session on this, but I think this is still very important, and I'll just go into a little bit more details of why we are talking about this. So the first main thing that I want to tell you is we do not live in the reality. I'll say it again because it's that important. We do not live in the reality. We live in the perception that we have about reality. So you and I, or 10 people in the room, can look at the same dress. It's the same dress, same color, same design, okay? But all of us will perceive it differently. How we like the fit or we do not like the color, all of those different things will differ from person to person. While the dress, the reality is exactly the same. Why is it different from so many other people? Right? And it happens everywhere. It's a very important concept. So listen, okay? It happens everywhere, in our relationships, with our romantic partners, with our parents, with our friends. At It happens at our office as well, where we say something and the person translates something completely different. Why does it happen? Because we do not live in the reality. We live in the perception that we have about that reality. So that perception is the lens with which we see the everything that happens to us in this world, every single thing, even the thoughts that we are having. Okay, so that perception, that lens, you can also call it a filter, that lens or the filter that you're seeing the world through, you better make it, you better ensure that it's actually working well. Because if it's blurry or if it's distorted, it's gonna make you perceive the world in a very blurry and distorted way. You will do something, but it will not work out, and you will be frustrated with yourself, and we don't want that. So why, like, where is this perception, where is this filter coming from? Okay, this is a scientific thing. There is an area in our brain which is called reticular activating system. You can call it RAS, okay, reticular activating system, RAS, and you can perceive RAS as your your software, right? So you are the hardware, your body is the hardware, but RAS, the perception, the filter, the lens that you use, is your software. Okay, and what happens is that software may now the source code of that software comes from our belief system. When is that software coded into each one of us? It's different, right? Each one of us has different beliefs, and that software is responsible for how you behave, your consciousness, and your motivation as well. Like, how motivated do you feel to do something or not? Internal motivation that I'm talking about. You must be like, there are these people who do so many things. Why do I do not feel the need to, internally, why do I not feel that willpower? Why do I have to force myself to do all of those things? That's because your RAS, your software, is coded differently. And I'll tell you how RAS, first I'll tell you how RAS impacts you. Okay, imagine that you are someone who has a goal of, say, run a marathon. Okay, now there are two ways that you can go about it. First way is you tell yourself, I am not a runner. Okay? Your RAS, your software, will be closely listening to the things that you're saying to yourself about yourself. Okay, that is why words matter. I have done another session on this, but that is exactly why the things and the stories we tell ourselves matter. And if those stories aren't right, they're not, those stories aren't the ones which are serving you, but are limiting you, making you doubt yourself, or making you less in any way, then you are, making your software in a way that it's going to hurt you only. Okay, so imagine, this is how RAS works. Imagine that you want to run a marathon, but there are two ways that you can go about it. In first scenario, you tell yourself, I am not a runner. Your RAS is going to listen to you. Okay, and it's going to look at all the events that have happened in your life and pick out the ones where you failed while doing physical activity, while running, while trying to jog, anything. Okay, so it's going to pick out those exact specific events where you have failed to run, so that it can prove to yourself only that what you're saying, which is I'm not a runner, that is right. So it is also part of self-fulfilling prophecy. The way that we self-sabotage, that is not a logical concept, right? But we do it. We want to do something, but we do the opposite of it, which hurts us and which hurts our goals. Self-sabotage and self-fulfilling prophecy also comes from this. So your RAS listens to you, and then it becomes your boss and tells you can't do it. So if you try running, if you try jogging, in 2 to 3 days, when you're facing setbacks, you're not able to do it, your brain will make it 10 times more harder for you. Your RAS will make it 10 times more harder for you, saying, listen, all of those things happen, we are not a runner. Now that's the exact same thing that you told yourself. Let's come to the second scenario, how RAS can actually help you, or how RAS can work out differently for you. Same thing, same goal, you want to run a marathon, but this time you could be another person who tells yourself, running, I think I can run, yeah. So what your RS is going to do is, it's going to go back to all the experiences in your life that have happened, 2 years back, 10 years back, 15 years back. It's going to look at those, and it's going to pick out those instances where you maybe tried physical activity, you tried to jog, you tried to run, and you were successfully able to do it. So it will bring all the experiences to prove to yourself the thing that you only said to yourself, that I am a runner. And in the second manner, what's going to happen is, when you try running again for this marathon, even if you're facing setbacks, your brain will be like, it's okay, we can run. This time we are just starting. So your brain, instead of making it harder for you, which happened in the case one, it's going to make it easier for you. Okay, so that's how your RAS works. Why does it work that way? Because we cannot take all the information at a particular point of time. Your brain has to choose between what information it has to believe in. Just to give you certain numbers, there is 11 million bits of information that is put on our brain through the environment, through the environment as well, and the things we have been through. So what happens is, out of those 11 million bits that is being put on us by the environment, that is being hit on that the brain is being hit with, out of those 11 million every second, our brain can only process 25 bits or 50 bits. I'm sorry, I just woke up, so I don't remember the exact number, but it's either 25 or 50 bits, or less than 50 bits if you want to take. सो 11 मिलियन में से वो कौन सी 50 बिट्स इन्फॉर्मेशन होने वाली है जिस पे आप ध्यान दोगे, जिस पे आप बिलीव करना चाहोगे, जिस पे आपका ब्रेन बिलीव करना चाहेगा, that is directed by your RAS, your software. Now the stories that we tell ourselves actually go and code into that software, and the software works according to it. जो आप इनपुट दे रहे हो खुद को, that is why the stories that we tell ourselves, what we tell ourselves about our own abilities, इसलिए बोला जाता है नेगेटिवली मत बोलो. It's not just अपने आप को कम मत आंको, या चीज़ें अगर कुछ कर नहीं पा रहे तो don't say I can't ever do it. Just say I want to try. Right now I need to learn. Change the ways that you're talking to yourself. Second thing, if your software is, पहले तो सॉफ्टवेयर आता कहाँ से है? सबका सॉफ्टवेयर अलग है, उनका बेटर डेवलप्ड है जो लोग अच्छा कर रहे हैं, आपका शायद कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा सा फॉल्टी है. बट ये सॉफ्टवेयर बनता कहाँ से हमारे अंदर? वेयर इज इट कोडेड? As I said, the source code of all of these, the hi Animesh, hi shots from the trail. Happy to have you guys here. So we are talking about belief system, and we are talking about RS, which is responsible for your motivation, your the kind of ways you behave and what things do you feel motivated for in your life. Okay, let's come back to our discussion. So where does this RAS, the software that we run with, where is it developed? How is it developed? Now the source code of this, the main thing that derives it comes from our belief system. So if we are not working on our belief system, then this software can actually be faulty. Second thing is, I'm gonna put my tea here because I know I'm not drinking it. Second thing is that software and also its source code is developed throughout our childhood, different experiences we have had growing up, from especially from the age of 2 years to 15 years, or even it goes up till 25 years as well. तो आपके बिलीव्स किसने, आपका जो बिलीफ है या आपका जो आरएस सिस्टम है वो और लोगों ने कोड किया है, और लोगों ने जो आपको बातें बोली हैं जिन पे आपने बिलीव किया है ग्रोइंग अप, हाउ यू वर पेरेंटेड, हाउ यू वर ट्रीटेड बाय योर फ्रेंड्स, बाय फैमिली, बाय सोसाइटी, all of that goes into making your belief system and your RAS. ठीक है, इसीलिए कहा जाता है कि अपने बिलीफ सिस्टम पे वर्क करो, अपने RAS को ट्रेन करो. ठीक है, I talk about a lot and going forward I will be talking about this as well. But if you're not doing that, आप किसी और के बनाए हुए सॉफ्टवेयर पे जी रहे हो. आप अपनी पूरी लाइफ किसी और के बनाए हुए सॉफ्टवेयर पे, मतलब आपका सॉफ्टवेयर है बट इट इज़ बीइंग मेड बाय अदर पीपल, क्योंकि उनके बिलीफ से आता है. इफ़ यू आर नॉट अवेयर what you can do, what you can't do, what you are good at, what you're bad at, all of this comes from other people's belief, other people's experiences that they have projected onto you, that you have taken and then made your entire RAS and belief system out of it. तो अगर आप उसको अपडेट नहीं कर रहे हो, अगर अपने आप को ट्रेन नहीं कर रहे हो, अपने बिलीफ सिस्टम पे वर्क नहीं कर रहे हो, then you might end up living your entire life on a software that is being coded by other people. Okay, that's how important it is to train your RAS, to train your belief system. ठीक है, इसीलिए बोला जाता है अगर आप नहीं कर रहे हो उसको ट्रेन, सो दैट इज द थिंग दैट यू कैन मिस आउट ऑन योर सेल्फ. एंड आपका ब्रेन बहुत, आपका RAS हमारी जस्टिफिकेशन मशीन है. आप कुछ भी करो वो जस्टिफाई करेगा ही कि करना है कि नहीं करना. ठीक है, सो गो अहेड एंड वर्क ऑन योर बिलीफ सिस्टम, गो अहेड एंड ट्रेन योर RAS. अगर वो आप नहीं कर रहे हो तो आप अपना सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट नहीं कर रहे हो. आपकी लाइफ अपडेट हो चुकी है, सिचुएशंस अपडेट हो चुकी है, द वर्ल्ड हैज अपडेटेड, बट द सॉफ्टवेयर दैट यू आर रनिंग ऑन, if that is not updated, then it's gonna impact your life at so many levels. The amount of things that you can achieve in your life, the kind of relationships that you can have, personal as well as professional, your happiness levels, your peace levels, the amount of money that you earn, every single thing gets impacted by it. So go ahead and update that software, work on your belief system. I have done another session on working on belief system. It has a couple of exercises and questions how you can do that. If I have to give you a quick summary for this video only, then you ask yourself, what are the things that I feel I cannot do? That's the one thing that you do. Second thing that you do is, where is this belief, this limit coming from? And you will realize कभी ना कभी कुछ ना कुछ तो ऐसा हुआ है जहाँ पे किसी ने कुछ बोला है या कोई सिचुएशन हुई है जिसने आपको इम्पैक्ट किया और उसकी वजह से आपने वो लिमिटिंग बिलीफ अपने आप पे सेट कर लिया है कि ये चीज़ मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ या कर सकती हूँ. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मेरे साथ हुआ था, आई यूज्ड टू बिलीव आई कैन नेवर सिंग. दैट वाज द लिमिटिंग बिलीफ आई हैड. And then I realized it comes from my college ka time, when I was singing, and this really renowned singer told me that तुम्हारी तो आवाज़ ही नहीं निकलती, you can never be a singer. And for the next 5 to 6 years of my life, I kept believing it. I did not even sing in the bathroom when nobody is listening to me. So that's where your belief system comes from. So first thing is, what do I believe that I cannot do? Second, where is each one of these things coming from? कुछ ना कुछ आपकी लाइफ में ही हुआ होगा, that's where it comes from. And third, how can I reprogram my mind, how can I update my RAS and my belief system in ways that वो जो limiting belief है वो हट जाए. And that is what you have to work with. That's our session for today. I was waiting to get ready first, as I usually do, but ये चीज़ मेरे दिमाग में आई. It was just in the flow and I'm like, I have to do a live right now. So that was the session for today. Do watch the replay if you haven't watched it properly, because starting से आपको समझ में आएगा. And I look forward to, hearing back from you, your feedback, how you feel about the session, how, how did it change the way that you think, kya clarity आई, kya आपको realize हुआ after listening to the session. So I'm listening from you. I would love to see your feedback. I would love to see how it made you feel, how it made you think, or if you have any counterpoints, I would love to discuss those as well. So that's our session for today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, I literally, what did I do? Guys, I kicked my, okay, so, yeah, I actually kicked my phone and the tripod. Sorry for that. So yeah, that's the session for today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. अगर आपको पूरा replay देखना है, I'm gonna upload it on YouTube and here on Insta as well. And this one is a very important. Like, I literally left my chai. I literally did not wait for me to get ready or get the crust off my face, because this was that important. So go watch it, work on it. If you have any feedback, counterpoints, questions, doubts, please let me know, and I would love to, go through those. So thank you so much for being here. As always, I'm blessed to have all three of you here, and more people who are going to, watch this replay. I see you as well, and I'm doing this because I know this can change life. This has changed my mentees' lives, other people that I've seen, and I know this has the power to change your life as well. So go through it, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you so much.